Okay, students, can you see my screen? All right, thank you. All right, students. So, in the previous class, who all have joined me, we have done momentum, right? And also, we have derived an equation, right? Where we stated that force is directly proportional to the rate of change of momentum. Okay, so today we will continue with this and we will try or practice some questions related to this. Some numericals part we will do. Second law of motion we were doing, correct, Dhanishri? Just for a few seconds we will revise everything. Okay, what we have done in the previous section, right? We have derived the definition, like what we have done in the second law states that what? Anybody want to put their input? What is second law of motion states? What is second law of motion? Anybody? Okay, let us revise it then. So we already know that momentum is the product of mass and velocity. And what is the symbol of momentum? That was P, right? And what is the SI unit of momentum? Anybody wants to tell me? The product of mass and velocity. So momentum SI unit would be what? Come on, everyone. So many students have joined in the last session as well. As I can see this names on the screen. Like, anyone wants to tell me what is the SI unit of momentum? I'll repeat the question. SI unit of momentum. Yes, correct. All right. So we have derived this one, the second law of motion, if you remember, anyone. So we have seen, we have considered the first case in which the momentum is showing like P1, where U is like the initial velocity of the car and P1 is the initial momentum. With respect to time is proportional to applied force. It says that change in momentum with respect to time is proportional to applied force. Okay, Dhanishri, thank you so much. Thank you for writing the answer. Yes, it is correct. So we just have a look at it again. So there is a mass of, there is a car mass is there. In U stands for initial velocity and P2 is the change in momentum, which means that it is the final velocity momentum. P2 is the final momentum. So P1 is mu and P2 is mv. Okay, with respect to time, change in momentum, you can see we have derivated the formula. Like with respect to time, we have done this derivation in the previous class where we got it right. Final minus initial refers to as a change in momentum. And we have done this one where we took m as the common unit because since mass is constant, only the velocity is being changed. We got this. Rate of change of momentum. So according to second law of motion, rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied force. Now, do you remember what we have done, like by cancelling out the rate of proportionality sign? By cancelling it out, what we have done? What was constant there? Anybody remember? More answers, please. Yes, where K was constant. Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you, Mehak. Okay, so this was we have done in the previous class. Thank you, Om. Thank you, Abhay. All right. So now today I just want you people to calculate for change in momentum. So I'll give you one question. If someone has not copied this one yesterday, like you can write it down because this derivation is important for the exam point of view. This one, if someone is like from CBSE or learning from NCERT textbook, so this part is very important. Like this part is from the NCERT textbook. Till here, anyone, do you have any sort of doubts, students? Okay. If anybody want to note it down, just note it down now. I'll keep the screen on. No doubt. So anybody writing it, or shall I proceed? Just confirm this one also. What is that infinite sign? It is not infinite sign. It's actually proportional, like proportionality sign. I think Abhi, you were not there in the previous class. Yes, I know Dhanishri, we have done already, but is it somewhere? What is K? K is the constant. We generally in mechanics and the physics, when we cancel out this proportionality sign, this is actually proportionality sign, not infinity sign. It is not infinity. Infinity look like this. This is this. Proportional. So in physics, when generally we cancel out this proportional signs, we put equal to. And when we put equal to, we have a K. K is termed as a constant alphabet or letter. Getting my point? So K here is a 1, which is constant. Because we are removing this proportional sign, that is why we used to write K. Okay. All right. Anybody wants to write it down? Okay, so I'm moving the slide. How come? Om, please let me know how and in which situation can it be 2. Please explain us. Or you are asking? Is it a question mark or a statement? Okay, no. Generally K is constant only. Until or unless you are talking about any mentioned unit, it can be, but here where we are, because the use of K is here, because we are cancelling out this proportional sign, so we have to put some constant term. So physics take K as the constant term, which is 1 only. Okay. Yes, Dhanishri. Yes, Abhay. Generally, we don't even write it, like we don't even mention it. But since it's a derivation, so we have to put it to explain that this proportional sign is being cancelled and we have put K here. Anyone, any doubt now? No. Anyone? All right. So if you you don't have any doubt, please calculate this one and tell me the answer. You need to calculate the change in momentum in both the cases. Sorry. Yeah. Please read it very carefully, and if you must have the notebook and the pen with you. Don't do the calculation in your mind. Please write down the steps and do it very clearly and tell me. So this is the first situation or first case. A car of mass 15 kg moving after rest and reach up to the velocity of 10 meter per second. And this is a case 2 where a car of mass 15 kg, you can see masses are constant. They are same. Moving after rest and reach up to the final velocity of 20 meter per second. So you need to have you need to calculate the change of momentum in both the cases. You need to mention in which case momentum is more. try to write in the form of P2, P1 like this, okay? Okay, so I think 2 people have write down the... How much more, Dhanishri? Please mention. What is the answer coming? We have like... We have 7 to 8 students who have joined us today. Please, I want like answers from everyone to ensure that you people are understanding. You don't need time here. Do you need time, Om? Dhanishri, where is the unit? Please mention the unit as well. So calculate then, Om. So in the case 1, we got 150 kg meter per second and 300 kg meter per second. 15 times 10, and here we have done how much? 15 times 20. Always mention units, students. Okay, so case 2. Right? All right. Anybody doing this question and is facing any issue, any doubt, please let me know. Today we will do more questions on the second law of motion, okay? And try not to use a calculator because you are not going to have calculator in the exam room. Try to practice without it. Someone new has, like Maggie, you have joined now. So we are doing a numerical based on the change of... Okay, it was easy, ma'am. Okay. Still, I got how many answers? Like Dhanishri, 1, 2. Okay. Lavanya, 3 people. Okay, so we will start from easy to tough, no? All right, so shall we move? There is a very small, tiny statement I want to tell you all. Okay, Abhay, you're doing? Okay. Which one? Maggie, this is a question we are doing. You can see on the screen. Tell me what should I explain again. Okay, Mehak, great. Okay, Abhay. So Maggie, kindly write down your doubt, please, so that we can clear it and then we'll move. The answer? Okay, so what is the confusion here? You can see this is the rate of change of momentum for the case 1, where we can see okay, all right, maybe you're not getting like this. See, the U1. How much the U is here? Like in the case 1, what is U here? Anybody? What is the U, like initial velocity? How much? 0, 0. And what is the V here. Hmm. 10. So similarly, here also U is how much? 0. You can see after rest. So it means like it is like moving from a rest position. So U is always 0 in such a situation. And what is V here? 20. Yeah. So Maggie, the initial momentum for both of them is 0 then. We are calculating from the final momentum. So we will consider only this 10 and mass is 15 kg. Here also 20 and mass is 15 kg. So we have calculated for the same. P1 is gone 0 already because U is 0. Here also. So we got this one. Hope you got it now, Maggie. All right, so everyone, we are going to move further. Now everybody stop doing this question. If someone has doubt in this one, tell me now, because we are going to do another question now. Okay, so nobody. No. All right. Now this one. Please read it very carefully. What is the question saying? You need to write all the data which has been given to in the question and then start solving the question by writing the formula itself. Now I will not say anything, just read the question and calculate. You understood this line, no? Anybody wants me to write the data or the given data? Anybody has any doubt in the question? Okay. Can you explain the question? Okay, Abhay. Okay. So listen, it's saying that a constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. Like time is given 2 seconds. And it increases the object velocity from 3 seconds to 7 meter per second. From 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. So Abhi, these one are the velocities. Now you need to tell me which one is which. Like which one is the initial velocity from where when the force has been exerted and then the body take the velocity of how much? Tell me this one. What is the initial velocity and what is the final velocity, students? T is given 2 seconds. Mass is given 5 kg. Tell me about the U and V. Abhay, please, you can like put your input in this one. Okay, Lavanya. Okay. Abhay, please write down the answer. Not the answer, but you can tell me what is U and what is V. All right, students. Okay. Yes. So now what is it asking next? What is the next statement? Find the magnitude. All right. Everyone is on the right track. U is 3 meter per second. and V is 7 meter per second. Now tell me, what it is asking? Find the magnitude of the applied force. So you can calculate the applied force. Can you? First of all, write the formula M times A and now calculate it, everyone. Has anybody calculated? How much force you are getting, students? Lavanya, please write the SI units, students. Please write the SI units. I will not take the answer like this. Okay. Okay. Mehak, continue the question. Question is not completed. Yes. Okay, Lavanya. Please continue the question now, everyone. So we already got the force, which is 10 Newton. Anybody has doubt in this one? Please let me know. What does the question says now? No. Okay. Question is not completed yet. You need to complete this one. Now, if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds more, so we are applying more force to move that object. Okay, Dhanishri, thank you so much for writing this explanation. Okay, so now tell me the next part. If the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity? What you have to calculate now? Anybody? Any guesses? Ma'am, what 1 Newton equals to? In this question, you're asking. In this question, where it is? Yes, Dhanishri, please. Abhi, I'm not able to get your question. Please tell me. Yeah, Dhanishri.
Yes, ma'am. In the second part of the question, it is given that we have to calculate for 5 seconds in the same force. If force is 10 newtons, then the acceleration will be 2 meter per second square, because the mass is 5 kg and force is 10 newtons.
Okay.
If
so next.
yes, ma'am. If acceleration is 2 meter per second square, then we have to take the formula of acceleration is equals to v minus u upon t, or we can take as v is equals to u plus at.
Yes. Everybody got this one equation? How we got this one velocity?
And next, the initial velocity is 3 meter per seconds. Plus,
now you can calculate. Yeah, Dhanishri, now you can calculate and tell me the answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Yes, correct. We all are on right track. Any doubt from here? Why we are calculating for acceleration first, like this? Any sort of doubts, anyone? Because we need to calculate for velocity, and this is the velocity formula which we have rearranged from the root formula itself. This is the root formula for acceleration. We already know. So by rearranging this formula, we got this one. V equals to u plus at. Okay. Great, Om. I'm asking 1 Newton is equal to. Okay, so you are asking from the question, Abhay, is the question is from the question we are doing right now? Because for the units we are going. All right, so wait, Abhay. Otherwise, it will lead to some misconception. We will do the units thing. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Abhay. Thank you for your patience. So everybody done this question? Done this question, everyone? Explain again. Okay, Lavanya. So this is the question. A constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg. Okay. So there was a mass which was of 5 kg and we have exerted some amount of force which is not mentioned here. And up to how much, what is the duration? It is 2 seconds. Now it increases the object velocity from 3 seconds to 7 meters per second. So what happened when we exerted the force on this mass? No, this will like the change in velocity occur. This is the initial velocity and then it leads to how much? 7 meters per second. So we have taken this 7 meters per second as a final velocity. Then the question is asking find the magnitude of the applied force. So you already know that force means how much? Force is equal to mass times acceleration. So we have just elaborate, like we have opened up this formula for V minus U upon T. You can see here. Okay. And then we have calculated for force. So up till here, this is the question. Find the magnitude. Now it is asking if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds. Okay. What would be the final velocity of the object? Okay. So here we have calculated first for the acceleration because we need the acceleration for this formula. V equals U plus AT. Now we will calculate this one. Lavanya, you have calculated this one? Okay. So you can see this is how you have to calculate. 3 plus 10 and you will get 13 meters per second. Like this. Okay, now anyone, any doubt? Or someone is writing? No one, no? Everybody done? Just say yes or no and then I'll continue. Okay. All right. So this is the next question. I think you might find this easy as well. Okay, Mehak. Start reading this question and tell me. Case 1, case 2, which one is which? Which would require the greater force? Case 1, 10 Newton. Case 2, 8 Newton. I think case 1. More answers? Case 1. And Maggie, you can also put your input. Who has not done? Dhanishri, answer is there or no? Abhay, Lavanya, Mehak. ISF means? All right. Okay. Everybody correct answer. And case 1 has the higher force, like it's required the greater force. Okay. Okay, Mehak. All right. Now the next question we will do. Can you see the question on your screen? Please read it and try to solve it. Negative 7.5 is okay. Oh my god, it. More people write the answers. Is it 7500 or 7? Can you just recheck it, Om? Okay, we will wait for people to answer. Okay. So can force be negative? What do you think? Force can be negative? Yes, because vector quantity can be negative. Correct. Can you explain? Because I'm confused by the answer. Don't see the answer, Abhay. Do your own calculation. I haven't said this answer is correct yet. So please carry on with your calculation, everyone. I'm giving you time. Just do your own calculation. Don't look at the answer because I haven't said this is correct answer. So a motor car is moving with the velocity also. Wait. Why do you want to know this one, Abhay? Please tell me this answer first. Okay, so there is a catch in this question. If anybody like have you seen this one? 108 kilometer per hour. So you need to convert it first, everyone, to meter per second. Have you done this one, everyone? Like conversion thing done? You want to ask anything, students? How we convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second? Yes. All right. So for converting from kilometer per hour to meter per second, we generally multiply it with anybody. I haven't got answers from many students yet. I think they are doing. So we multiply it with 5 upon 18. First convert this one. Like this. So you will get 30 meter per second here. Velocity is 30 meter per second and it takes 4 seconds to stop. So it's 4 second time is there after the brakes are applied. Now tell me, this velocity which we have like converted, is it the initial velocity or the final velocity? And Maggie needs to give this answer. Is it the final velocity or the initial velocity? Maggie. I hope you are listening, Maggie. How 30? 5 into 5, 25. Can anyone correct Abhay in the chat box? Anybody likes to? We are doing like, anybody? Abhay is saying why 30? Shouldn't it be 25? Okay, Dhanishri, thank you for the explanation. Correct. Some students, okay. Mehak, it's not final velocity actually. Final velocity is 0 here. Okay, So, one by one, Abhay is saying how 30 because 108 upon 18. Can anyone correct Abhay? This is how you're doing, no, Abhay? You need to multiply like this. Okay. On the next thing, why it is V, not U? Like why this one is U, not V? Can anybody tell me? Why this velocity we are considering as U? And why V is equal to 0? So many students like Pranit is here, and why they are not replying? Are you like yes, because brakes are applied. So like students, have you observed like in questions, no, sometimes it starts from like it is said that object is moving from a rest position. Okay, so at that point we have to mention U equals to 0. Om, stop writing on the screen please. And when it is said that after a while the brakes are applied, so it is mentioned that V is equal to 0. Always remember that. So here V is equal to 0 and U is 30 meter per second. Then we have calculated for MA, like force. Since it is said, calculate the force exerted by the brakes on the motor car if the mass along with the passengers is 1000 kg. So we will put the same thing, 1000 like this. And again V minus U because 0 minus 30 upon T, which is 4 seconds. Means come in rest. Correct. So it's a hint in the question. If you people start observing in the question, whenever it is said that object is moving from a rest means the U is equal to 0. And when the brakes are being applied, it comes to rest position, then V equals to 0, means comes in rest. Okay. So everyone got this answer or no? Tell me this one. Got it. So the first person who has answered was Om. So answer was correct. Now everybody has given the answers. Like someone has not, like Lavanya, I didn't get your answer. Maggie, your answer is not there. Pranit is there, but he is not writing the answer. So students, please respond. Okay, I got Mehak answer as well. Are you people getting any doubts here, Lavanya? Because you're not mentioning any answers, right? Okay, got it now. All right. Okay, so we are going to do the next question now, okay? This one. Try to solve this one. Ma'am, can you read the question? Okay. So a force of 5 Newton gives, like on a mass m1, it has been given on a mass m1, 5 Newton, an acceleration of 10 meter per second and a mass m2 on acceleration of 20 meter per second. Okay, so 5 Newton when being exerted on mass m1, it starts from, like, it's accelerated from 10 meter per second, and for the mass m2, same force when being exerted, it started accelerating for how much? 20 meter per second square. So these two values are for 20 meter per second square written there. Means acceleration has been given to you in the data. So what acceleration would it give if both the masses are tied together? See, this one is m1, right? Now how much? 5 Newton has been given. And then it has been accelerated up to 10 meter per second square. So can you, like, here itself calculate for m1? Everyone, what is the m1 here? You will calculate for acceleration. How will you calculate for acceleration? Can somebody rearrange the formula for me? So, okay, hope you are not using the calculator. Let it be. Everyone find your answers. How will you rearrange the formula for okay? What is okay? Pranit, what seems okay to you? How much is the m1? Can I explain that? Wait. First, let me know what is the m1. Everyone, tell me. What is m1? Sorry, this is M and this is A. So m1 is how much? 0.5. 1/2. Okay. Okay, Om. Okay, Lavanya. And m2? One. Abhay, is it 1? You're writing. Please mention the SI unit also, students. Now for the m2. Constant force, so 5 Newton. It has been accelerated up to how much? 20 meter per second. So same thing you have to do for m2. How much you're getting for m2? One upon 4. Okay, students, because you have to add them, so try to like change them into decimal. Okay, Alina, Pranit. Now new names I can see. Okay, 0.25. Now what is happening in the next question? Can anybody tell me? Now Om, you can tell me what is the next part of the question. What is the next part? We have to add them for both the masses. Why so? Because you can see in the question, what acceleration would it give if both the masses were tied together? Ma'am, we should add both masses. Yes. 0.75? Yes, by adding it up. Now tell me the whole, the last final answer. Now it's saying that we will tie up m1 and m2 like this one. m1 and m2 is being tied up. So we simply add them up. m1 plus m2, that is 0.5 plus 0.25. It is 0.75. Then you have to calculate for the final answer. 0.67. Om says 0.67. Abhay says 0.750. So Mehak got the right answer. It is 6.67. Everyone, please see this one. Yeah, 6.67 Lavanya, correct. (6.6 meter per second square). So, hope everyone got it right. What we are doing in this one. And we got, and please mention the SI unit also, okay? You know, in this second law of motion, no, the questions are been asked like this only. They are going to do not like they won't give you the direct acceleration. You need to find it, okay, by the formulas itself. This is only they can do, like the variation and acceleration only. Okay. Now can we do the next question? How many time is still left, so we can do. And do not go after taking a homework also. There is a question for homework as well. So please read the question, this one. And I just want to make you aware that here velocity is centimeter per second. Time is in second. So please make the desired changes. And I'm reading the question for you all. The velocity time graph of a ball of a mass 20 gram moving along a straight line on a long table is given in figure. How much of force does the table exert on the ball to bring it to rest? Try this question, everyone. And I want answer from everyone. And please convert the question also. See, 20 gram also. You need to convert this one also to kg. Mass equal 20 grams and what is it? Okay. You need to mention the initial velocity also and v also. Okay, first we will go step by step. What is mass when we convert it to kg? What is the answer for mass? First tell me this one. Okay, Abhay, 0.02 kg. So where we got the mass here, 0.02 kg. Now tell me about the initial velocity. Final answer, I think. Okay, initial velocity 0. Okay, Alina. 0. Alina says that initial velocity is 0. Is it? No, 0.02 kg only, Pranit. 20 meter per second. Yes. So here we have to convert this one also. You can see this one. Where it is? 20 meter per second is our u. You can see here, Alina, you have given u equal to 0, but you can see this is the initial velocity, 20 centimeter per second. You need to change it up. This is also in centimeter. Students, this is centimeter, not meter. Please change this one. What will be the u here after changing? 20 upon 100 you have to do. What you will get? Yes, Abhay. So 0.2 meter per second is the initial velocity. You have to change it. Now v is 0. How much of force does the table exert on the ball to bring it to the rest? Now you have to calculate for force. So someone has already given me the answer. Okay, Dhanishri, now calculate it for the force. So the first answer Ohm has given to me, and it is negative 0.0004 Newton. Okay, we will see this one. Who else will get? Okay, Maggie. Now tell me the final answer. Only one person has given me. Let 2-3 answer. Okay, tell me the final answer now. Anybody got the answer? You know, you have to do mass times acceleration. You need to elaborate this one. V minus u upon t you have to do. 0 minus 0.2. Time equals to 10 seconds is there. Now tell me what is the answer. Correct answer, everyone. So Ohm has given the correct, answer was totally correct. Okay. Alina hasn't given the answer. So F is equal to 0.00. How much zeros, Abhay? Ohm, you got the right answer. Only 3 zeros will be there. Yeah. So, Alina, you can also give the answer. If you are struck, let me know. Now, initial velocity is 0.2 meter per second. Hope everyone has done this question. Shall I move forward? There is a one question which I want you to write it down so that we can, you can take that as homework. Okay, students. So this is the last question for today, and this is the homework for you all. Please note that down, everyone. And try not to solve now. I will not accept any answers. Please don't write anything in the chat box related to answer. Just write down the question, everyone. And tell me when you have done writing the question. Yes, it is NCERT question. But you need to solve it out. Try not to see the answers, anyone, okay? Actually, today we have solved it out. Many questions, so I have given this one as a homework. Written, everyone? Done. Okay. Done. Okay, then everyone, you can leave the session, and in the next class I will like to know the answer from you all. Okay, you can leave the class, Abhay. Everyone, bye-bye. I hope the class was interesting for you all. We'll meet in the next session.